Alright there folks, welcome back to Are We There Yet? I hope you've been having a wonderful, wonderful time. The good weather in England is over, but it's coming again apparently, so enjoy the fresh, what's the word, temperatures I suppose, fresh. Humidities are dropping, let's be honest. It's nice to have a bit of cool, and my fans particularly, these are real fans, not actual fans, but real physical fans, are enjoying the break. Anyway, we start today on, again, the board screen. You can see there, money. Money is an issue in Italy because apart from this season where we didn't really spend any money, every other season we end up in the red. And I think that's what's going to happen. You see there, that's below 40 million. That itself probably looks around 25, maybe even 30. And projection-wise, January, I think we're going to end up around here, 15 million in the red. Obviously, when we get the prize monies and TV revs come in, then it's fine. But we do spend a lot of money. Let's have a look, though, at results since you were last with us. Of course, the Manchester City defeat. I don't know why it's scrolled all the way down there, but that gives us a bit of a clue as to where we're going in the Champions League, which is a bit of deja vu. We followed up the Man City defeat with an 8-0 thumping over Chievo. 10-man Chievo, as that Ahmed Onana sent. Arman Onana. Onana? Not the former Ajax goalkeeper, that might explain his performance. Dlugolecki, a silver hat-trick and a Nwafo hat-trick. So hat-tricks for two of the three strikers and a brace for the other. We have a 3-0 home victory over Sampdoria. That's the first round of the Tim Cup. Goals at either end of the game for a bit of a rotated side. Moroni in the first minute and then Morata with 2 goals in stoppage time made it look more convincing than it probably was. 4-2 away win at Fiorentina. We were 2-0 down after 33 minutes and I thought, well, this is the end of the unbeaten, the winning streak and also the unbeaten run. Don't forget, of course, we're still unbeaten in domestic football, in league football as Juventus manager, which is some feat given that we're 2.5 years into our Juventus career. This is season 2, of course, so season 1.5 in effect. We're 1.5 way through. Dedic and Diaz with goals, basically counter-attacks, but Nwafo pulled one back and then Silva got us back onto level terms just before the break. I think that was important to get that equaliser on before the half-time. Caldara then put us ahead and Dlugolecki finished off the win in added time. Quarterfinals, we beat Cesena, Casoli, Rog and Moroni. Again, a bit of a rotated side. I think that's important. Obviously, that sends us through to the semi-final. We're going to face Inter over 2 legs. Today is Lazio, so that's who we're playing today. See, they're not having the best of seasons, down in 16th place. Last season, again, they've had a bit of a... It was a club I considered managing, and in many ways it is an attractive prospect. Not having the best of times, 14th, 16th, 12th, and now 16th again at the moment. You see, league table-wise, they are in some trouble, although they've got a little bit of breathing space over Frosinone. So, Bari, 4 points. Who have they beaten? Bologna. Bologna are having a decent year by all accounts, maybe by their standards. You can see some performances are going pretty well. Dlugolecki leads the way for goals, and then average ratings, right, that's all going very well. He's just won European Golden Boy again. Which is good for him. And we've also had a Ballon d'Or winner announced, and he plays for us, of course, if I can spell it right, which I have. Ballon d'Or, Andre Silva winning the Ballon d'Or. 49 appearances over the calendar year, 48 goals and 22 assists, just knocking out Mbappe, who's won himself 5 in a row. So that's a feat that in this save as well, Ronaldo or Messi failed to achieve. Yeah, just noticing there, Juan Mata won it in the first year. That seems a bit weird. 8.13, well deserved. I'm just blown away the fact that Juan Mata won it that year for those performances. He managed to displace, in fact, Neymar and Dybala. So Ronaldo and Messi didn't even make the top 3 in the first year. That seems strange to me. Obviously, Ronaldo came roaring back and they won the next couple between them. As you'd probably expect. I don't know if either of them are still in football. Lionel Messi wants to be ahead of youth development, and Ronaldo, he's managing Oxford, because why wouldn't you? That is obviously his next step in 2027. So in 9 years' time, look out, Oxford fans. Ronaldo will be your head coach, 218 caps. That's just insane. I wonder if he'll end up being an elite manager. We might take him on sometime. Champions League, we've been drawing against Leverkusen. You remember Leverkusen because they knocked us out. I remember them. So they knocked us out in the same stage last season. I'm hoping we can go one better and at least get to the quarterfinals. The board hoping for a semi-final showing this campaign. Let's dispatch with Lazio today if we possibly can, though. There's no real team issue to... Oh, there is actually. Luison's suspended, so that means Bobo Almeida will play again. He keeps attracting interest from loads of... Real Madrid, but we just had a bid from Guangzhou Evergrande of China, which we turned down. They weren't willing to go the distance. Real Madrid might. I'm looking for around 51 million, which for a backup left wing back is pretty high money. I do accept, but I just, if I'm going to have to take time replacing him, which I probably wouldn't because I'd give Fea, where is the boy? I can't even, there he is, Gianpiero Fea. I think he's actually a better player than Almeida already. So I'm quite happy that Fea is there ready to go. But I'll see you pitch side in just a moment when we've sorted this team out. I've got a few changes to make because we've still got the cup squad out there. Bear with me and I'll see you pitch side. So there we go with the teams then. Bobo Almeida starts at left wing back. Other than that, it's the team that I would normally play. That's Ballon d'Or winner Silva alongside European Golden Boy. He's won it 2 years on the bounce now, Durga Lechki. Munoz and Antonio Cadara, De Witt, Boris, Sergei and Aguero. Yeah, it should find the names on these. The blue, white on sky blue baffles me. But let's get out there and let's get 3 juicy points back on the board. Serie A football. It takes a while to do that, I wish you could preset it, but there we go. No stupid questions pre-game from the press. And here we go. We'll stick with this because nothing's going to happen, but you never know. Nwafo galloping down the left side. Can he get a cross in? He can. It's headed away by Andy Munoz. Strikes on the volley. Headed wide? The shot's heading wide, and that'll be it carries on. De Witt tackles, but we lose out. Rollheiser sends it to Lawson at left back. Cataldi to Nelson. Ball into Rollheiser. If that goes in, that's goal of the season. Pretty good strike. And a goal kick now. Vaca. Romagna. Outright to Santini into Nelson. Santini now hugging the touchline. Rickardson, Cataldi. We've let number 9 go for Lazio, whoever that is, Lawson, on this left side. Hopefully Munoz can get across, but it won't work out that way. As Lazio, they're moving the ball quite nicely. In actual fact, Lawson. We're not really getting anywhere near them. Look at this. They're pulling the ball around for fun, moving us around. And here's Dosmi, and Mirko Dosmi is a superbly worked move. You've got to say. We couldn't get near the ball, and a great strike. Boris palms it into the back of the net. We weren't able to. Every time they got the ball, it's simple, pretty much one touch or two touch football from Lazio. Rickardson, their first time. Nelson, one touch pass. Well, actually, he's the man who played more touches than anyone else, but only 3. And Dosmi, you'd expect better from Boris, really. He's gone with 2 palms, and he's missed it with both. So again, we go behind, which we did against Fiorentina. Hopefully we can get back into it. Aguero's corner. It's crossed in, headed away by Nelson. Nwafo now. Takes it on the angle and finds the top right corner by the looks of it. Sheer power in the effort from Nwafo. His 20th goal of the season. And we're back on level terms. Inside 10 minutes. Aguero there. Good corner, put into a good zone. Headed down by Nelson. Nwafo on his, brings it down on his thigh and then crashes the effort in. It's a great strike, isn't it? It's a fantastic strike from the boy. 1-1. Free kick now from Vaca. Goes long towards Dosmi, Lazio's goal scorer. We should win that as Caldara comes away with it. Boris. Left now to Antonio. Takes the ball on the turn. Out to Barbosa. Sergei now. Aguero. Moving it nicely. Munoz on this right flank. Brings it under his spell. Can he get a ball in? He can. Waffles there. Wonderful vision for Munoz. We've turned it on its head inside 20 minutes. Wonderful cross in. And simple finish in the end for Nwafo. He does find the crosses, Munoz. That's why we signed him. Basically a winger playing at right back. You can see this there. Doesn't need to beat the man because he knows the ball will beat the entire Lazio defence if it's right. And that is right. Right on the money. Nwafo there. Side foot's past the Lazio goalkeeper. We take this 2-1 advantage. Happy, happy days. 20 minutes gone. Vaca's free kick now. to Lenglet, Larson, Rickardson, Rollheiser. Searches out Dosmi. He's already scored once and he smashes it in off the crossbar. It's all we've seen Lazio do is score 2 pretty impressive goals. What a strike that was. Boris could assumedly just stood and watched, and a little bit frustrating that Lazio are struggling this season, but they've managed to carve us open twice. You can see their passing ratio is almost as good as ours. Possession, they're bossing. Let's see what Dosmi does with this one. I don't think absolutely crashes it in, and you can see the effects on the net. I mean, he's almost broken it. We'll be checking out Mirko Dosmi because I'm impressed, and straight from kickoff, maybe we'll get back in front. We won our last away game, so 4-2. That was Fiorentina, as I've said, so maybe there's a repeat of that going to come. Noafo, ball in, Andre Silva's looking to get under it, he doesn't get there. Munoz brings it down, crosses, Silva's under it again, but won't win that. Aguero goes into a bit of a dead angle, but we might get into this. Sergei Lugo, 3-2 now. What a half an hour of play it's been. Not 6 goals, but 5's close. 5 goals in 30 minutes. So a goal every 6 minutes on average. We just kept moving the ball across goal, and they weren't able to really get set. And that's got to be disheartening when you've pulled it back to 2-2, and then within seconds you find yourself 3-2 down. As a Stoke fan, I know all about that kind of affair. Noafo, great touch out to Sergei, and Lugo there on the volley crashes in. As impressive as Dosmi's finish was for Lazio, that was equally so, in my opinion. Right, headed away now. Aguero finds Munoz, back to him. Aguero sends the ball out right to Lugo. Crosses Noafo off the crossbar, it seems. Was it perfectly saved? I think it was saved. There's no woodwork hit been accredited. Saved superbly by the Lazio goalkeeper. Aguero's corner. This should come to nothing. Orlandi, and Aguero lets it run out. So that's half time then. The only thing that happened since that save really was booking for Sergei. I think we have to tell the boys that we need to guard against that complacency, because we know they've got a lethal finisher in Dosmi. They've had 3 shots on target and scored twice. Any inch, give them an inch and they'll take it. They'll take the mile. No doubt about that so far. Just past the hour mark then. Silva's not having a great game, 6.4 at the moment. That'll probably start to decrease, so we might get him off. But I don't like to mess with the strikers because they are so lethal. Lugo's cross only finds Orlandi, and Andre Silva now will recover. He can go left here, but he goes quite central to Sergei Noafo. Barbosa Almeida, can he get a ball in? Keeps it outside. Great ball, Lugo's there. I say great ball. I think the Juventus, we're Juventus, the Lazio defence sort of made a mess of it. And we take a 4-2 lead again. Sergei's ball into Noafo here. So he could have gone left, Sergei, to Barbosa, but that was what Noafo decided to do. This ball across from Barbosa. I don't think really it's intent. Oh dear. Again, as a Stoke fan, I've seen defending of a similar nature, and let me tell you, it hurts. It's a dagger. Free kick now. Dosmi probably score from here. Decides not to. Cataldi, and Andre Silva deflects that down, and he'll get his own rebound. Noafo and Lugo. I thought he could have left that for Munoz, but he leaves it, and Lugo crosses back stick and headed back across. I thought Aguero was going to be there for the following. Wasn't to be. Lugo will collect this just outside the right hand side of the penalty area. Searching ball across, and Andre Silva heads over the crossbar, probably leaning back as much as you can tell in this 2D action. 20 minutes to go, and then you can see Silva still struggling a little bit. Munoz takes his throw in now to Lugo Lechki. Sergei on the edge of the penalty area, lines one up, rebounded. Finds Munoz, Lugo again. And, I thought Almeida might have struck there. DeWitt, loose control from him, and suddenly it's a 2-on-2 situation. Dosmi, he'll probably strike. Oh, no, he doesn't. He goes to Santini. Inside to Rickardson. That's a poor ball, and Dosmi can't deal with that one, surprisingly. Barbosa Almeida. It's been a good game, this. Sergei now. Into Aguero. Takes time. Picks out the man, Munoz. Great ball. What can Munoz do here? Probably cross and will score. Searches down the line for Lugo. A little bit asking too much, but Lugo wins the ball back. And crosses in. Sergei's under it. And it's a penalty, even though the ball's in the net. So, good. I'd always rather have a penalty than a goal, if I'm honest. Noafo And that's why, because really 5-2 would have been harsh, wouldn't it? So I always prefer the opportunity to miss a penalty than have the goal that went in anyway. And here we go. De Witt heads away. Antoniel finds Nwafor. Searching ball to Lugo. It looks like Lazio's defence is all at sea. And Lugo, Vecca in the Lazio goal, makes another save. He's saved pretty well today. 5 clear cuts. We shouldn't be just 4-2 up, you'd have to say, really. We boss Lazio. They don't look a very good team. But I think we will make a change. Just 15 minutes left on the clock. I think we're going to get Sergei off. We don't want him sent off. We're going to get the Rog on. Frontman wise, I'm going to leave these two on, but I am going to take off Silva because he's not had a good day and I don't see it getting better. We're going to move Nwafor into the central position and put Caselli out on the left. Last 10 minutes, we mentioned him. We're going to get the Fea on. I say Fea, it's probably just Fea. Gianpiero Fea comes on. Sorry, Gianpiero Fea comes on. He'll take this throw in. Caselli. Rog. Out right now to Munoz. Inside Lugo Lechki. Can he finish? Of course he can. Ice cold Polish striker. Lugo Lechki gets his hat-trick. 84th minute. Makes it 5-2. The 4-2 curse is over. Although it was only one game. Is that a curse? Probably not. Casoli. Is it Casoli? Casoli? I think it's Casoli. But there we go. Rog now. I was going to say, there were so many good moments in this build-up. Lugo, again, he's just a man that never really panics. That first touch is exceptional, and then he slots it through the onrushing goalkeeper's legs. That 5-2 lead. Any doubt about the result is put to bed completely. We absolutely bossed it. And there's still time for another, that might be Santini on his way. Unnecessary challenge. Fea was already going past him. Stretched out, second yellow card for him, and they've taken Dosmi off. That's a little bit harsh, I think. Lugo. Muru wins it, but that should be game. 20 seconds to go. I don't know why it's putting us through the pain of this. Unless, of course, there's another goal. Rog finds Casoli. Fea. Can he get a ball across? He can. It's a good ball. But Vacca's equal to it and claims it. That should be it. 5-2 or 2-5. We kept our passing going. You can see there that Lazio couldn't maintain. They were absolutely on top of that. They still bossed possession, but it's pretty irrelevant when you concede 5 goals in your own backyard. So a good trip to the Olimpico. I don't know why it's continuing because there was no action in the last in the 90. I suppose the red card sort of came 91-54. So we have to keep playing, do we? Come on, ref, finish the game. Great ball by Fea. He's got that in his locker. Munoz, maybe we can get another one. Oh, so that's where we call it. Okay. Brilliant. So 5-2. Happy days. We'll say well done to the lads and we'll get moved on. I think you can see we've got a couple of easy... I say easy, we'll probably won't win any of them. A couple of what you consider on paper more comfortable games. Pescara in 19th and then Bari, who of course we touched on, awful, down in bottom position with just 4 points from 18 games. So you'd expect us to pick up 60 points in the next 2 games, or to hit 60 points. This league's already won, isn't it? You don't win half the league games without winning the league effectively at that stage anyway. So I think what we'll do is we're coming back for the Champions League, won't we? Let's be honest, it's what we want. It's what we're looking for now. We failed in the Champions League last year against Leverkusen, so we'll probably try and do both legs in one video to try and rattle through, make it more exciting, make it more interesting. Hopefully, we'll triumph in that one. Do pop a like on there for me though. You don't really usually go 8 for 18, do you? Let me know if you've done better than that. I'm sure you have, because everyone is probably a lot better than I am, but I'm quite proud of the unbeaten record that we've got in this Serie A. I'm just waiting for it to crumble, though. There will be a game that we have 4 players sent off and we just miss 15 chances as well. Navarra score 18 goals or something ridiculous like that. I'm exaggerating slightly, but you get the idea. So yeah, do pop a like on there for me. Subscribe as well if you haven't already, and I'll see you again on that very next video for Leverkusen. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.